Let's see today's 900 rated question. So the question says that you have an array A of n integers. Answer Q queries in the following form. If we change all the elements from the range AL to AR of the array to K, that means all the elements will be changed to K. Will the sum of the entire array be odd? The first line contains test cases. The second line contains two integers. N, the number of elements in array A, the number of queries Q, and the second line contains n integers. That means the array A. And after that, the third line contains Q lines. Each means queries. These are queries, right? Q lines is Q queries, and each query has three integers. Left, right, K, the left index where we start, the right index, and the replacement number K. The values will range from 1 to 10 to the power 9. Keep this in mind, okay? So each element is also 1 to 10 to the power 9, and the replacement element is also 1 to 10 to the power 9. For each query, output is if the sum of the entire array becomes odd and no otherwise. Okay. So the question says the array is of size n and each element is ranging from 1 to 10 to the power 9. There are q number of queries and each query has three integers L, R, and K. And for each query, what we do is we from index L, not index, okay, from Lth position. Let me show position is index, just a second, index plus 1, right? The first position has an index of 0, that means position is index plus 1. So Lth position, from Lth position to Rth position, we are changing all these elements to K. This is what we are doing, and after changing this we need to check if the entire sum of entire array is odd. If it is odd, we'll print yes, else we'll print no. Okay, so let's start. Okay, let's assume a general structure of an array, right? So this will be an general array, let's say, and for this case I'm setting L equals to 4, R equals to 6, and K as 5. So from 4th position to 6th position we'll be changing all these elements to K. Okay, so K, 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 and now we need to find if all this, the sum of all these numbers is odd or even. Okay, so what we can do is, whenever there is sum asked, right, so there are multiple queries, so each array has multiple queries, that means multiple combinations of these three numbers, right? So instead of finding the sum of all the array elements again and again, we'll set a prefix array. Prefix array will what is a prefix array? Let me show you. A prefix array is an array which includes the prefix array at index. So p of I equals to summation of all the integers from I equals to 0 from, let's say, j. Okay, for all the elements from j equals to 0 till j is equal to I. This is a prefix array. That means prefix, let's say there's a prefix array p, this is array A and this is array p, right? So p1, p2, p3, p4, p5, p6, p7, and p8. So what this means is, let's say p3. What is p3? p3 is the sum of all the numbers from initial position, that is the first index, the first position, 0th index to the ith position. That means all this, sum of all these numbers will be stored in p3. Sum of likewise p6 will be sum of all these numbers till a6, a1, a2, a3, a4, a5, a6. Got it? So we'll set an prefix array so we don't have to calculate the sum again and again. Now let's say for this case, what will be the summation? We need to find the summation of all the elements array in A, right? it will be sum of all the elements will derive a general formula. Okay, so it will be sum of all the elements, initial elements. Okay, so what is that? P8, right? P8 will be sum of all the elements from initial position to the last position. That is, for generally speaking, it will be P of n minus 1. This is the position, right? P8 is the position, but the index will be let's say these are n integers, so this index is n minus 1. So I have written this. Okay, let me change the bracket. P of n minus 1, right? Because for each index there will be a P. I am writing it respect to index, not the positions. Here I have written positions: 8th position, 8th position, 2nd position. But here for general I am writing the index. Okay, so sum of all the elements. Then what we have changed, we have done changes here, right? In this section, from L to R, from position L to R, we have done the changes. What have we done? We have removed all these elements and instead we have added K in their place, right? So what we can do is we need to subtract this. We need to subtract this. What is this? This is the summation of all the elements till position R. And what is that? That is P of R minus 1. As this is rth position, the index here will be R minus 1, right? So it will be this minus P of R minus 1, right? Now what have we done? We have added all these numbers, then we have subtracted all these numbers. But what we need to do, we need to add these original numbers as they were present. We are changing this. Okay, so we need to subtract this and then add K times of the number of elements here. Let's say here 3 elements are there, right? So the green part, this let me signify. Okay, this is total, so I'll color it with a different color, let's say red. Okay, so this is the total. This is the total. Then for the green part, what we'll be doing is we'll be subtracting the just a second. Yes, so we'll be subtracting from index R minus 1 and then we'll be adding, right? Because if we subtract P of R minus 1, then this whole gets subtracted. That means this gets subtracted even if we don't want it to. So finally we need to add this. We don't want this, that is why we have done this. But while doing that, we also subtracted this, which we don't want, right? So we need to add this back. And when is this possible? This is possible only if L is greater than 1, right? If L is equal to 1, that means L starts from position 1. There is no element that, what is blue element? The blue elements are the elements to the left of the change, right? This is the changed part. To the change, blue elements are the elements to the left of the change part. And if the change part starts from position 1, there will be no blue elements. There is no need to add anything, right? Okay, so keep that in mind. Then after subtracting this, if, right, if, just a second, if L is greater than 1, then we need to add the blue elements, right? So we'll be doing plus P of what is blue? The blue is summation of these elements, that is this. What is this? This is P of, this index is L minus 1, right? This is position L. Position L is index L minus 1. So what is this? This will be L minus 2. The index will be L minus 2 for this P of 3, right? So we'll be adding P of L minus 2. Okay, that's it. So we have done it. Just a second, let me give you a broader view again, once again. Just a second, right? So what we have done is we have added the whole array Then we have subtracted, this includes green and blue, right? This is not totally green. This subtracted p of r minus 1 includes the numbers in green and blue, but we need the blue back, so we have added the blue one back again. So this is the formula we'll be writing. No, it's still incomplete. Okay, so we have added all this, just a second, we have added all the numbers and we have subtracted the green region from there, but the question says that instead of this green element we'll be writing k everywhere, so we need to add another thing, right? Plus let me change the stroke, plus all these elements, what it will be, k times of, as each element is k, the number of elements. What are the number of elements? Since this r, it is still position r, and this is position L, right? From position R to position L, the length or the size of this will be R minus L plus 1, because we are subtracting this, right? So R minus L, and as we are subtracting this extra, so we'll be adding this element again. So R minus L plus 1. So it will be k times of R minus L plus 1. That's the formula you need to write. Okay, let's check the code now. Okay, so this is the code. As each query has 3 integers, right? So I have created a new data type query, and I have declared an array of query. As there for each array there are n number of queries, so there will be an array of a data type query, and the data type query has 3 integers. Each data type query has 3 integers, the L, the R and the K. Okay, so first we input the number of elements in array A. Then for each array the number of queries is QC. Then we declare an array Q, which will be of size QC, because each array has QC queries, QC number of queries. And then we accept the integers and we declare a prefix array. It will be long because each integer in A is from 1 to 10 to the power 9, so the summation might get a lot bigger, so we'll be using long here. So we declare a prefix array, and this is the general prefix code for the prefix array, that is sum of the elements. After that, for each query we'll be initializing the query data type, that is for index I, the first query, the second query, the third query, like that. We'll be initializing it and we'll be accepting the L, R and K values. And after accepting this, we'll declare the summation of all numbers and we'll start calculating the sum. This is the total minus the blue plus green part, total minus blue plus green part, and if L is greater than 1, then we'll need to add the blue part again. This is the blue part, and after adding the blue part, finally we need to add the change. The change is the number of elements times k, right? Each element is of k, each element will be replaced with k, so k. And if the sum is odd, then we'll be printing yes, else no. That's it guys, thank you.